We're ready to go, kid, for the first truss.
Let's go.
I can't believe it, but that's absolutely on the money, James. That is. That's just beautiful, that is. See how good the Milwaukee is now, shall we? Oh my God! Oh my God, that's just absolutely cock on, mate, isn't it? Yeah? Look at that. That's it, boom. Coming from this corner, 600 and whatever that gap is, that's what it is, up to that girder truss there, mate, okay? So what we're going to do is we'll remark it out. Now what they have done, you see that there, that's the ladder frame, which is nailed to the side of that singular truss. We'll start there. That ladder frame is about 35mm, so we'll come off this side here about 100mm, because then it's nice for the dab and everything else for us then to fly the ceiling boards underneath, and then when the ladder goes on, okay, in fact 75mm will come to edge, okay, mate? Okay. You can actually see then all the straps there, can't you? There are all the lateral straps that hook over to the gable and that. Cool, isn't it? Same again. $600 from there now. Yeah, hook it over and then move it to 600mm, mate. Yeah, no, I just need to knock this off. 1 second, mate. That's it with that, mate. Step through, mate. What we'll do, we'll just put a cross brace up there just to tack it for tonight. Boom, boom, same up there, tack it for tonight, and that'll be it. Call it a day. Hey, morning guys, it's Thursday morning, another beautiful day. Look at this, guys. This is just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So what we've done is we've put the girder truss in here. We've run it through, we put a string line on the top of the rafters so we know these are all true now, and the underneath is lining through beautifully. We've had to crank some of the ceiling joists with obviously acros to make sure we're getting them in the right location, but everything lined through beautifully. The one thing I always then do is I get my wall plate, which is here, put my line all the way through my wall plate, the back of the wall plate, and then that runs all the way along, and then I tie it off here, and then I run all the way along to then this position here, back of wall plate again, and then I run it all the way along. And the reason I do this is because no wall plate is truly parallel. It's always very close. I then set this truss up here. That's what I do. Once I've set this truss up here, that's why I then put the lines across, and obviously all the trusses are all stacked up against the girder. I then just drag that out, then get them to the 600 centers, and then I then put a decent fixing screw through here, and then obviously I'll put all the truss clips on then later on. But that's the way I always line through it, and I always split the difference of the truss. I just move the truss backwards and forwards, so basically the gap here is the same as the gap over there on that string line, because then I know the ridge just falls in line where it's going to be. So that's the way I do it. Never done it any other differently. They've not supplied diminishing trusses for us. That's just going to be cut in, that is. Probably in hindsight I should have done, but I didn't. So I've got to plumb this girder up, run the ridge then over to the other ridge, and then I'm going to run a valley board down there so there I can get all my jacks then cut in. Same down the other side, but obviously first we'll strip all this roof off. We've got a great day ahead of us, got a lot to do, got to crack on, but we'll get there. So see you later guys, take care. Okay mate. Yeah. Yeah, yep. Right, I think this is the point where it'd be worth folding this back, yeah. That's it. We can actually see what we can and what we can't stand on, mate. We're going to see where it comes exactly. Because looking at it,
it looks like it might actually finish underneath that. It might actually finish in line with that stud wall.
I don't quite know where the line's going to come, but until we get a string line across, exactly what height comes. But in essence, when we did all the measures, it'll probably come about that much down.
By the time you put your dry ridge and everything else on.
Yeah, looking at it, I mean, I prefer it to be lining slightly lower than coming dead onto it, but yeah, we'll have a look anyway. Yes, it's really good board, mate. Yeah, really good board. We could do with actually probably, Pete, getting that central brace through, so as we walk in, it doesn't keep doing all this on us. Yeah, okay, you know what I mean, mate? I just think it'd be a bit safer, wouldn't it, mate? So let's pull up the drawer in and get that in, can't we?
Okay, no worries.
So what we're running is 600, so the drawing here, Pete, we've got a 26.61 degree pitched roof.
26.61.
Why don't they just say 27?
Yeah, 20. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what we've got. So basically, we've got the straps at low level there.
Yeah.
And then we've got the straps at high level here. Okay. One in the middle as well.
Yeah.
So you've got one in the middle.
So basically, I think it's like the middle and then the middle of the
middle, isn't it? Yeah. And now I would say the middle is where them uprights are. You see them?
Will you nail them flat or will you nail them upright? To be up.
I would nail them upright because it would give some more kind of strength, I would think. Yeah.
So we've got two diagonals, a load 1, 2, 3 running through the centre.
Yeah, so we've got them down. So I would, because obviously we want the key to do the ridge. The other stuff James can get on with it now because it gives him good practice with the gun. Yeah.
That's it, Sam.
So we just want to put the top and the bottom of that in, so we keep the ridge nice and solid. So as we walk in there, and then James can do all the others, kind of. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine,
so I know that I'm going to be working at 600s, and that material is 35 mil thick. It is same as this one actually. Now this even might be 600 centers. 600. Look at that. So I don't even have to mark it out. I'm just going to line this up onto this from this ladder. Look at these are 600s. Yeah, we see that. That's all good. Yeah, all good. That last one is at 600. Yep, it is. Yeah. That's 4 gaps, 5 gaps, 6 gaps. There you go. Is that line through up there, Pete? See it on that end one?
That's nice and flush, that is.
Has it gone in, yeah? You can see, look at the line now.
Yeah.
See that? Pulled it through on the ridges, see?
Yeah.
See the slightly variance, but there's nothing on the roof, that isn't, mate, okay?
Yeah.
So don't ever worry about it.
Height you're after now?
Yeah, no, what I'm doing is I'm lining through to the centre. So in other words, I'm going to put a ridge board on there.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to then pull it to that height there. You see, so I've got the centre and then my height now, haven't I? You see it?
Yeah.
So what I would do there is I would literally get my pencil now and mark that there as the centre and then the top. You see how I'm marking it with a V? I'm actually going to get there. So that's it there, that one there.
That's the same as the height of your ridge board?
Yeah, so that's going to be the height of my ridge coming through to that top point there. That's what it's going to be. So when I'm running that timber through and I get it to the point there, you'll see it will level through. I won't put an angle on the top of the ridge. I'll literally use the flat to come across there and just run it across level. But at least I know now that is the centre of whatever that ridge is. So when I get my 8x2 and put it there like that, all I'll do is mark that way and that way, level it up, screw it in, job done. That's it, mate. I'm going to get you to put this ridge in, okay? So get your belt on. I'll shout you up measurement and get some 8x2, yeah, downstairs and cut it downstairs. And I'll get you to cut this and me and Pete watch you put this in and then you know how to put a ridge in then, mate, okay? 19-15 long. So basically you're going to be looking about 4.5, 4.6 metres, mate. Right, so the first thing I'd do is look down my timber. It's got a slight crown on it and the crown will always go to the top, okay, mate? All right. Now what we're going to do is got your hammer. What the f***ing is your hammer doing downstairs? You see your belt? Go and get your hammer. Right, mate, tap it down then. You've got to get the centre of this timber in the centre of that, mate, okay? So you now tap it this way. That's it. This corner edge here and this corner edge here on the top of the timber have to come to the same points of where each of that rafter, you see the rafter where your fingers are? See, these corner points have to come on line with that line. Yeah, that's it, yeah. And the same with the other one, you see it there? Yeah. So what you got to do is like tap it like that, okay, mate? So even out, even out. You have to even out. Yeah. Okay, that's it then. Put a screw in there, mate. Pilot it and get the screw in while I hold it. That's it, there you go, boom, that's it, mate, lovely. Now get yourself a screw in there. Go on, keep going, keep going. That's it, lovely. And what we're going to do now is put a level on there, yeah? So look, you see at the moment now there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop that ridge down now to get it absolutely perfect, mate, okay? That's that one, beautiful, that's it, mate. We're on the money, mate, that's it. What we're going to do, just before we go any further and get any more screws in, we'll just check a line now, yeah? Because we want the centre of this string line to go in the centre of that timber, don't we, mate, yeah? That looks good, doesn't it, mate? That's my point on the top of the ridge, but that's where the timber, when it hits there, that's where it'd end up going through if I put an angle on the top of this timber, wouldn't it? Do you understand? Look, you can actually see the small piece there. You see it there at the end? That's it there. That's the difference of that there. So when I run my timber to there, that's where it'll finish, okay? So what we're gonna do now, get some good mechanical fixings in there, mate, okay? Because now we know it's level. That's gonna go, is it? And what we can do, if you bounce in there, mate, and then get a screw through the back here into this, okay, mate? Yeah, there you go, you're gonna screw through here now, mate, if you can, into that ridge, yeah? So try and get one in nice and straight with the ridge bit if you can. There you go, boom. What I'm doing now at the moment, I've just got James to cut me now that ridge. Now I've got it all lined through, screwed in, I've marked it all up. That allows me then to now set the ridge and really get a good fixing underneath. I'll then get some mechanical fixings between the two rafters, well actually these two rafters here. And then I can then lie the ridge then on top of that, which will be absolutely perfect then. That's a nice sexy cut you done there, James. Look at that. That's a lovely sexy cut. Thank you, mate. Thank you, buddy. Tap it nice and tight to the ridge. And what I'll do before I finally fix them home, I'll literally just rest that into there, like we did before, like that. And what I'll do, see it's just a little bit shy there, I'll just tap that one up like that, yeah? So now I know when I sit that on there, it's just going to be, and then I'll just check it for plumb. So just past that level, which is there, mate. Is that pretty good or what? I'll put a mark on there where it's going to come. And if you just drive that screw in at the top there, like you did before, while I hold this, I'll actually put a mechanical fixing in there first, because I can get the screws in. Push that down, there you go. Yeah, no, so you should do it. I mean, the whole thing is if you can't get a good fixing in there, then you revert to the old here. I've already piloted it, you see. Get a nice fixing in there now, can't we? And if you jump yourself down in there, I'll line this up and you can get a fixing through then, can't you? Look at that now, solid, isn't it? So all I'll do now is I'll just tap that across there like that, and that will be about where it needs to be when I line it through in a minute. That's it, mate, that's perfect, that is, mate. That's absolutely perfect. So you can see where that ridge comes now. See the timber, if you get yourself underneath, you can see. So basically you're stepping here about 1.5 inches from this edge of this rafter, mate, yeah? Yep. And then just screw, if you start there.
Yep. That's a much nicer way of doing it, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, it's the proper way, mate. But it's lovely, isn't it? Now it's nice and solid. All we're going to do now is we'll run the lay board from that point. So what we can do, need to make sure there's no nails on the top of the rafters as we run the line in, mate, okay? Pete, do me a favour, just make sure you tap the nails on that rafter flat, whether you're going to put that level on. Lovely, that's it, mate.
Okay, so do you want the marker like the inside edge of the outside edge there?
Yeah, so no, just on the top of the rafters, just line it through, mate. That's really good now, because I corrected them on. Just move it down now, Pete, move it down. That's it, that's lovely. So what you can do, you might be able to just run that level now on that line so it hits that side of that rafter, mate. So we've got that way. Just gonna run it across here like that. So then just that, you see what I mean, Pete? There you go, that's your marker. So that corner there then, that's your marker there, you see it? Okay. So in essence, that's once that's flat through there, James, that's the strike line. So if I've got a straight edge with the sharpness, you know, this is problem with this level, it's not very good. But if that came down, they would actually then come on the same line. So that's the marker line we're going to work to, Pete, all right? Tell you what, we've got a little bit of timber. Keep going up. So that's now, if you put that to the edge there, Pete, where I want it, so I can get there, yeah? That's the strike line there, isn't it, Pete? Straight away. Come through to this one. Same again there, that'll be then another strike line there, you see? And all I'm going to do is get a line from there down to this one, Pete, okay? And we'll see where it falls, yeah? Onto there, yeah? Okay? That's it, line it onto the new truss, mate. All you're going to do now, mate, is I'm going to put this here, Pete, and you're just going to line that now. So where's it come, Pete?
That's it, you're on the V now.
Okay, so mark the pencil the way that line comes. So that means when that roof comes here on this line, that's where all the rafters are going to come through on that line, you see it? Ready, Pete? Hopefully that's give us a bit of an idea, mate. Okay, that's it there. So I'm just going to tie that off there now. So old trick again, guys. Pull the line out like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Line it up like that.
Lovely big board, that is.
Right, what I'll do is I'll mark this now, mate, okay? Yep. I've got to now tap it down because don't forget, look, you see I'm high here.
Yeah.
So
Corner's bang on the truss there.
that's the strike line now. I've got to be careful when I nail it down, you see it?
Yeah.
So when we put the rafters on here, we've got to make sure the rafters will probably end up being slightly higher than that, you see?
Yeah.
Because if we don't, what's going to happen? It's not going to form the right line.
Yeah, yeah, the valley.
Yeah, that's it, mate, exactly that.
Yeah.
When we come to line this through, because we can see there's such a bulge in the roof, it's really important that as we put the rafter in, we make sure when we go in, we've cast this across. But what that does, that's going to give us a really good base, because don't forget, this is like a compound bevel, this is.
Yeah, yeah.
It means that we can get a good fix in underneath and everything else, but it allows us then to move the joist up and down slightly so we can get actually on the money.
Yeah.
But now we know that's the parallel line all the way through.
Yeah.
So all I'm going to do now is mark that one up there, which I'm going to do. Swing around, you got it?
Yep.
On that string line, I've got the top here now. I've got 20 mil, mate, okay?
Yeah.
So do me a favour, I'm just going to tack this up here past my cordless.
You measuring parallel to the
parallel,
top?
90 degrees straight off there, 90
Yeah.
degrees straight off there, mate. If you need to, Nev, come up there now. That's it, put two in there, one there, one there. And that'll hold it beautifully there. Yeah, all the way. There you go now. What you're going to do now is take that, put that into there, just line it through the line. Just run it into here like that. You know you're constant.
Keep that then.
That's it, and then that's your marker.
Right.
And that's when the batten comes in handy, you see now. Because you just place the batten in the side there. There you go, so now you just mark along the batten line. That's it. And all you do now is to increase that to where you want to go, to hit that corner strike point where it's what I want, isn't it? It's about 60 mil, isn't it, yeah? So all I would do now is mark myself. So it means there it's about 58 mil, so I'll just do 60 mil. I wouldn't mess around. 60 mil.
Yeah.
60 mil like that, yeah.
So all this does, it gives you the template for that angle and then the template for this angle.
It's pointless making hard work of it. You
Yeah.
might as well like kind of.
And we'll cut that on a separate piece of wood.
So yeah, so basically what happens now, I'll line that through like that, you see.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And all I'll do now is like that. We follow the same line, James. So you know now the template when it goes on there, be absolutely on the money where you want. So what we're going to do now is that will end up going on there like that, but it's got to come to there like that. You see, James? Yeah. Because that corner edge is representing the outside there. So that's where it's got to come. Okay, so measure from there now to there, mate. That's it there.
Yeah, 990.
You like that, Scooby?
Yeah, that's good, Dad.
Happy with that, mate?
Yeah.
Which is basically there, mate, like that, yeah? So, got 600 on there. The same, Pete. You got it good?
Yeah.
Happy? That's 2.7, mate.
2.7.
You want to see what that one is, that side?
Yep. This went off his first one, didn't you?
Yeah, that's it, mate, 600. That's what I'm there. Hopefully this might be about 2.7. Look at that, the difference in the roof there, mate.
What are we looking at?
We're looking at 2.7, would you believe? Because that's the way that this is now. You remember me saying where the roof does this? Yeah, bows. So that's now 2.780. No, that's right. Just needs to kick down, Pete, where you're at there. So push it right up to the top, Pete. That's it. Tap it in on the bottom, Pete. Oh, there you go. There you go. Is it just? Do you need a little bit of tweaking?
If you got like a block vein in just to close this gap up, but I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't bother about that. How about the bottom there? Is that need cutting
the
a little?
bottom's got like the gap goes like 10 mil to nothing.
Okay, so if we cut that.
If you start cutting it, it's just going to make the gap bigger, isn't it?
No, but if you use this saw, you know, this circular saw, and trim, because it looks like it's too high as well, doesn't it, Pete? Slightly, fractionally, see it? I'll tell you what you could do there, exactly there, you get a handsaw, put the 2 screws in the top, couldn't you, just to hold it, or just handsaw that edge, you know what I mean? Just so yeah, just so it kicks in more, Pete.
I mean, this is going to get nogged out anyway to
Yeah.
batten, isn't it?
Well, that becomes the, I just want to make sure that timber going across doesn't foul that corner, you see. Right, mate, so what did you do?
I took 5 mil off that edge.
No, you couldn't have done, because that's an even bigger gap now there.
Yeah, I took 5 mil off this edge here.
Yeah, you took off the wrong edge.
Which edge do you want me to take?
The longest edge from there to nothing.
Oh, from this to nothing?
Yeah, that's it, mate, yeah. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't know.
Doesn't matter, mate. If you don't do things like this, how are you ever going to learn? That's what it's all about. So basically what you want to do now is you're going to have to recut that, mate, okay?
Yeah.
So what you can do a bit of a cheat here. Like this is like a bit of a cheat, yeah?
Yeah.
So you can drop that into there like that, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you can measure the distance now to your truss. 16, 17 mil, yeah? Here's when you come to do that, just add on 17 mil, and whatever that gap is there, look, there you go.
13.
Okay, so 13 and 17. So basically you'll do that line, can't you, mate, yeah? And then all you need to do is just increase. And then you've got plenty of this, ain't you? There you go, mate, boom. There you go, Pete. So now we'll get this rafter in now, can't we, mate, yeah? What do you reckon, Pete? Do you want to have a guess?
No.
Oh, you're not being in the guessing mood? 44.5.
So 45, say.
So 45, yeah. There you go, 44.2. So you can go 44 and a half, can't you? There you go, 45 that is.
Yeah, 44.7.
Yeah, so 45-degree pitch roof this is. Do you want to cut yourself a little tester piece up here, a little like mock up? And then you can try it then, can't you, mate? Right, mate, see that there, like that, you see, buddy?
Yeah.
What you need to get now is that level cut that way, don't you? Do you understand?
Which is 90 degrees to your plumb cut, isn't it?
Yeah, so that.
So if that's 26.5, but this is 60 clip.
So that's 26.5, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's meets it.
So what you're saying is whatever that is there, the plumb cut, you're going to then do that and then 45 it.
Yeah, which is 63.5.
Okay, lovely. So what I could do now, if I wanted to be anal about it, see that little cut there?
Yeah.
I could just tweak that a little bit, mate, that a little bit better, couldn't I, mate? Like that, you see? Like, see it? Got my pencil, mate.
Your pencil.
Yeah. It's always my pencils, you don't know that. So look, I can just fettle that a little bit now, can't I? Same again, get it nice and comfortable. Get it so we're just in line. You remember me saying the nice saw line through? Now when I'm cutting off a small amount like this, I'll always put the saw at a slight angle just to give me a bit more meat for the saw to yeah, you're just cutting on the on an angle so you got a bit more meat, and all you do as you're getting closer to the edge, all I do is hold the saw then with my hand. See, I hold my hand over like this. See it? There you go, that's it, mate. So do that, like that. Make that cut a little bit better. And then look, there you go, look at that. Pretty good, isn't it, mate? Yeah. I say you do it. So there's always a bit of fettling, but now look at that now, that's just dropped in. Look at that, it's perfect now, isn't it? So all you do now, screw that up, job done.
A heavy piece of wood.
Great, is it that's got gold in it?
Yeah, it must have something.
Woo, just about get over there, Pete.
You'll be right.
I think we're gonna look pretty good, mate. Look at that, Peter. That looks really sexy, that does, mate, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we've got the cupping in the
No, that's fine, that's beautiful, mate. So basically, right, what we're gonna do is I want to do two things. I want to just spike this in.
Okie dokie.
And then I want to run that timber across so we get that in the right place, mate, yeah?
Alright, I see.
There then, Pete, yeah?
Okay, happy with that?
Yeah, you happy with that, mate?
Okay.
We should really put one in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll just put a diddy.
Put that one in there, diddy one in there, diddy one in there, and obviously that one there's 2.7, isn't it? So we'll now cut all the rafters down here, mate, yeah? 1485.
1485.
Yeah, what was that one?
1435.
Ah, so it's only a little big, so it shows you the roof.
1485.
It goes, hey Tone, walk on the wild side. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, that is very true. That's lovely, that, isn't it, Pete? That's on the money, that is, mate. Can't argue with that, can you? Yeah, what's the light one up here then, like, mate, James? Pass up here, mate. So that one there could probably lift up a bit and do that one, James. Lift that one up a bit, you see it? There you go, look at that, perfect now, isn't it, mate? Absolutely beautiful. And then what you can do is that you can then screw from the back here into there, mate, okay? It's absolutely solid now, that isn't it, mate, yeah? Oh, so much more comfortable. So much more comfortable now. Look at that little blighter. Will be. I'm just going to put this one into here now. Let's get it screwed in, and then I can lift that one through. But I just need a bit of a level Uncle Neville. We can then noggin that out, because what I was thinking, we can do in 2 goes, can't we? We can do the valleys, then noggin it out to carry the baton. There you go, look, beautiful that, that's all right, and near enough, that will do. Really start infilling now, mate. Look how level that is. Boom. Then obviously we've got the soffits now to go on, so I was going to put those on in a minute. Yeah, these cables here. Yeah. Because me and you can screw that on now, can't we, between us? We'll lift it up there. Comes that way. That's it.
Yeah, to a point, yeah.
Just tell me where. That's it, there you go, look at that.
Ooh.
That looks like quite a nice there, looks like that block's just on there. That way like that. I just need this brick coming off again, I think that, yeah. You got it now? That's that one. That's it.